What's going on, you guys? Mr. Allen here with some power theorems of circles. And yes, they are super duper powerful. So we can find missing lengths within these circles here by knowing a few of them. It's pretty dope. All right, so this first one here, right? We have two chords going on here, right? They divide each other proportionally. Now, here's what we got. A times B is going to equal C times D. I know, right? Insane, right? We'll do an example after we go through all four of these, or all three of these formulas here. We'll do an example for each, okay? Now, next one here. We got ourselves this secant situation going on here. If these are to pass all the way through, they're secant lines. They intersect the circle twice, okay? The inside portion is called a chord. Then a secant line goes all the way through. So for this one, we're going to have A times the entire thing, which is A plus B, is going to be equal to, you guessed it, C times the entire thing, which is C plus D. Boom. There we go. And the last one, this is a tangent and a secant, okay? Still, same formula essentially, except for this one here, it's just A times the entire thing, which is A, or we could call that as A squared, right? A times the entire thing, A, is going to be A squared, equals, we got B times B plus C. So that looks like the other back half of that formula up there. Okay, there we go. So we've got all threse formulas. Now, these formulas really mean nothing unless you know how they look on the diagrams, right? So diagram and formula go together here. Otherwise, these are just random letters, right? Let random variables multiply together. I don't know what to do with them, right? Got to have the diagram with it. So let's say we got some lengths here, okay? So let's say I've got, how about 8? Let's go with 4, and let's say D is 10. Okay, and I want to solve for C. So what I'd have here is I'd have 8 times 4 equals 10 times C. So I got, let's see here, 8 times 4 is what, 32? So 32 equals 10 times C. Divide by 10, and I get C equals 3.2, or 32 over 10. You could simplify that down to what, 16 over 5? We'll go with 3.2. There we go. That is awesome. That is absolutely wonderfully fantastic. Okay, so now let's go into this next one here. Let's say I've got, and it could get kind of messy here, but we'll work with it, okay? Let's say A is going to be, how about 3? We'll say C is 4. Let's go with B equaling, how about 7? That might be terrible. Let's solve for D, okay? So I'm going to have A, so A times A plus B, which is 3 plus 7, equals C, which is 4. So 4 times 4 plus D. And now we just have ourselves some straight up algebra, right? So, wait, why did I put A? I meant to put 3 here. That should be 3. Boom. So I got 3 plus 7 is 10 times 3 is 30 equals, and I'll have, let's see here, 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times D gives me plus 4D. Now I'm going to subtract 16 on both sides. So subtract 16. I'm going to get what, 14? Yeah, 14 if my math is correct, equals 4D. Then we'll divide by 4, divide by 4. So we're going to get D equals, that'd be what, 7 over 2, or you could say, 3.5, right? That will work. Either one of those is Gucci, right? If it says fractions, do fractions. If it says decimal, do decimal. If it doesn't say, you got the freedom to choose there. You know what I'm saying? A little freedom, America. All right, let us continue to the final, right? My absolute favorite one. Now, let's see here. How about, I'm going to give you guys B. We're going to say B is, let's go with, how about 6? And let's say this guy is, how about, let's go with 4, okay? So C is 4, B is 6. We're going to solve for A. So I'm going to have A squared equals, we got B is 6 times B plus C, so 6 plus 4, so that's 10. So we got A squared equals 6 times 10. Well, that's going to be 60, right? Okay, I think we can handle that. How am I going to solve for A, bro? Square roots. I'm going to square root on both sides. Now, that 60, we're going to need to break that down. Generally speaking, they're going to want you to simplify that radical, right? So we're going to break it down to 2 and 30. Then we got 2 and 15. That's going to be 3 and 5. So I'm going to circle my pairs, right? I'll get 2 root, and then the 3 and the 5, that's got to be multiplied back together to become 15. So that's what I get for A equals 2 root 15. Look at that. We survived. Now, some of you might be like, bro, I thought you had to have a plus or minus when you're solving using square roots. You are absolutely correct. In the land of algebra, we will have plus or minus 2 root 15 solving this equation. But because we're talking about lengths here of a line segment, right? Then it has to be positive. Not going to be a negative length. So 2 root 15 is my only answer. Boom. 3 dope examples to go along with these. They can get a little cray. We can bring back factoring. My fave. But for now, keep it straightforward. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Come back for more circle videos because they are awesome.